Peace, God.
Peace to the God.
Yes, sir. I'm Common Sense from the field, and I'm back. Here I am again with the God. So, how is it that one can find the power from within to be creative, imaginative, producers, extenders, motivators, appreciators? How do we find that God strength, that God power? Because a lot of us melanated beings within our community, I think that we had lost the essence of who we are. Can you kind of like share a little bit of something with that?
All right, I'm gonna share a little something. I'm gonna say it just like this. I'm gonna give you a polarity of two things that bring all things into awareness, which is what that state is. Because God is awareness. Especially since we are manifesting this form we are living in right now, even as I breathe.
Yes, sir.
We are in awareness. So I say, answering to the elder, first is knowing thyself. Especially as we come up, it is important for us to open things in the mind and activate other things by us traveling. See, we don't just travel physically, but we travel in the mind and in the spirit.
Yes, sir.
And that comes back to those two things. Because if you exercise in your mind, the ancestors said, know thyself. But then if you exercise in the spirit, you have to, as you said, the key word is to go within. I believe you started off saying that even in that
Yes,
question.
sir, absolutely.
So going within also entails meditation on various levels. And that's what also processes what you exercise in the mind. And it literally opens things within you that even book knowledge can't give you. But the combination of the two, of you at least opening yourself to those portals in the mind, and then allowing them to emerge from within, that is truly a connection that truly, I would say, definitely sets one on the path.
And how important is it that one should know thyself? And what would be the tool, what would be the first step for a beginning person to want to understand self? What would you suggest? What type of information would you suggest that they should like entail within their being?
Okay. You started off saying pretty much you really went to how does one start off on that path, on that journey? How does one get the wheels going?
Yes, sir.
And I would say first, for an original, and speaking specifically for an original people in general as a whole, no matter what part of the country, what part of the culture they were raised in, it is important to understand who you are and what you are. And I would start with the simple things like melanin. Why and what does melanin do? I mean, I believe the hunger, one thing that gets you on the path is your desire to want to know. You can't put that in a person.
Right.
But when you already have that desire, there are things that can trigger that desire even more and allow your spirit to lead you other places.
Right, right.
Things like when you understand what your melanin is, then it's something when you have power that you don't work with based on lack of knowledge. And then when you're aware of certain things, it can only make your interest and your desire that much greater to dig and see historically not only what it is, but how people have used their melanin in the past.
Right.
To see what it's designed to do and how you can use it to your advantage in the expression that you came to be, which is what you were designed for.
Right, right.
The history of who we are as a people, our culture, starts within our design, our makeup. Why does my locks go in the same pattern of sacred geometry?
Right.
Why does energy seem to travel in a spiral motion? I mean, the more and more we find things that give us more desire to want to know,
right,
then that knowingness comes back to only, once again, reawakening